bread right now.
All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome back once again to Blame Your Brother. This is episode 97, 3 away from the big 100. That's right, 97. And 100 is going to be glorious, 24-hour stream. It's going to be amazing. A 24-hour straight broadcast when we get to episode 100. Uninterrupted, no sleeping, no naps, no resting. That's coming up in just a couple of episodes. But we're here at episode 97 tonight, and we thank you so much for joining, listening, whatever you're doing right now. There are 3 of us that make up Blame Your Brother. I am 1/3 of that trio. I am David, a.k.a. D. Brew, voice of the people, Mr. 40%, and Mr. India. And I am joined by this guy who sits over to the left of me. It's my brother. It's Lee.
What up, everyone? I am the spiritual giant, the one and only LeBron Blamer.
That's right. And we're also joined by the guy that sits to the right of us, our good friend of many years, the man almost needs no introduction. It's John.
John here, a.k.a. Tico, a.k.a. the sole operator of the Disappointment Cannon, the Madman.
They got John Tortorella, a madman. They do have a madman. Okay, he's a madman.
That's right. So that's the 3 of us. And, hey, every Thursday we stream the show live on YouTube. If you go to blameyourbrother.tv, that's blameyourbrother.tv, you can join us or subscribe on YouTube and get it on your smart devices, phones, tablets, whatever. Come hang out with us. So, all right, we're going to get started. Before we start up, we're going to ask a question we ask every week. You know, say a lot of things that are incorrect, inconsiderate. So we have this opportunity at the beginning of the show to offer apologies, retractions, omissions, anything that may have came out of our mouths last episode that we want to take back. Lee, we're going to start with you. Is there anything you need to apologize for? I'm assuming the answer is yes.
Yes, there is. I, at one point at the show last week, actually said the pickle slushy was good.
Okay.
In a momentary lapse of disreason, it is not. I apologize to all the people that heard me say that and immediately rushed out and bought one. You should have waited 5 minutes, so I apologize.
Okay. Is that what you got? All right. John, anything that you said last week you need to take back?
No, I think I'm good.
There you go. All right, me too. I actually enjoyed the pickle slushy. I thought it was all right. You know, it's not the worst thing I've ever had. It's not the best thing.
I don't think I'll be craving it anytime soon, but
right.
It wasn't bad.
They should have marketed it toward pregnant women. Is what I would have done if I ran Sonic. If Sonic sponsored the show, like we mentioned last week, I would suggest that up the chain of HR. I'd say, hey, let's market this toward pregnant women. But what do I know?
What else?
What else would
you market toward pregnant women? Not to put you on the spot. Just pickle juice.
Pickle.
Mostly.
You know what do pregnant women crave? Pickles is one of the big things.
Ice cream.
Right? Ice cream.
So what about pickle juice?
Yeah, pickle ice cream. Nice.
It's like
nice.
No,
that's good.
No, don't quit your day job, brother.
Brother, tell me about it. I think about it every day, but you're right, I can't. All right, so we're good then from last week's episode. Nothing about you called a city a state, anything like that?
Was that Wisconsin?
You called Denver a state.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it's fine.
Okay. All right. Well,
They're not worried. Like, name something else going on in Colorado besides Denver. No, seriously. Colorado Springs?
Yeah, Colorado Springs.
Yeah, it's kind of small time. I mean, it's basically
I really couldn't name.
Aspen is probably one of the biggest national parks in the United States. Brings in lots of tourists.
There you go. That's Colorado talk on Blame Your Brother. All right. Well, Lee is Googling. What are you Googling? Are you Googling?
He's trying. He wants to prove
is
John
Aspen.
wrong.
Oh, here we go. This is actually happening. Is Aspen a national park? It says Aspen Rocky Mountain National Park.
Huh? What's that? What's that say, Lee?
Roasted.
I can't see the screen from that
off,
far away.
Just so everyone is aware, I did not Google anything.
Roasted.
Okay?
Yeah, you just got roasted.
Okay,
dude.
so let me apologize to Colorado. There's Aspen. Obviously, everyone knows Aspen is a cool national park to hang out.
Everyone knows it's a national park.
Everyone knows it's
There's
a
no
national
need
park.
to Google that.
There's no need to Google anything like that.
Okay. All right. Well, if you're from Colorado, we apologize for his ignorance, and we'll move on. We'll get past this, okay? And John, nothing about West Virginia. You don't want to apologize for anything you said last week about inbred cities in West Virginia.
I would, but I don't think people from West Virginia are listening because I don't think they know how podcasts or computers work. So,
that is not good at all. Yeah. Well, okay. We're going to keep moving on. We're having some behind-the-scenes technical difficulties right now. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, we're going to move forward. Okay, so, Lee, how was your past week, man? How was
Pretty good. So, last time we talked about, signing up for Lyft, and I felt a little encouraged by everyone that's like, oh, you should totally do it. So now I'm actually a Lyft driver.
What? No, get out of here.
Nope, I signed up. You would be surprised how easy it is to become a Lyft driver for all those people worried about like security and calling Lyft. It only took like 45 minutes, completely online. No.
And you didn't even have to use your real name.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my God, they didn't run a criminal background check or anything.
I mean, they said they were going to. I mean, I uploaded.
They're going to.
Oh my God.
I uploaded my driver's license, proof of insurance, vehicle registration, a photo.
Okay.
A photo.
I mean, this is why.
The best was they wanted me to do an inspection on my car.
Okay.
I was like, okay, this is going to be,
right.
This is actually something. So it's a PDF you download, and it's literally 2 columns. That's like tires, windshield wipers,
do you have
brakes, and it's just a checkbox.
Oh,
it's not a digital thing. It's literally
just for you.
Just for you.
Just for you.
You don't even have to take a picture and upload it.
Do you still have that windshield on your car? All right.
Check.
Just to remind yourself. This is why me.
Windshield wipers. Yeah, they're in the back seat, but yeah, I got them.
This is why me and my Indian brethren in New York, this is why we marched against. This is unsafe what you're describing. You're literally letting psychopaths go around in cars that, I mean, from your own description, may not even run properly and just pick up people. What's the worst that can happen?
Well, I will say this. The one thing that, all seriousness aside, they do have your like phone number that's registered to your phone.
Phone number.
And you have like a credit card.
Okay.
So like there is some they track you on GPS everywhere you go. Stuff like that.
Okay. They also had Tad Cummings' phone number and a credit card on file, but he got all the way to California with a minor before they caught him from Tennessee.
I mean, you could do that.
Oh, no.
Just saying.
You're cherry picking though.
For those who don't remember who Tad Cummings is, he lived here, right, Tennessee?
He lived in Columbia, Tennessee.
Columbia, that's right, and kidnapped a student.
Yeah.
And got all the way to California before they found him. So there you go.
They were there. They were in California for like 2 weeks.
It's faith in the system of Lyft.
But I mean,
right
you
there.
could do that with anyone.
Okay, have you picked up anybody yet? Have you
Yes,
started? Okay.
I literally, it took me 45 minutes to become a driver.
Tell us some tales, man. What happened? Who you pick up?
I mean, like all the celebrities were lining up to get into my Lyft, bro. It's sadly, I hate to, everyone thinks it's like a very exciting lifestyle of celebrity Lyft.
No,
drunk people.
No one thinks that.
Offering you sexual gratification. It's not like that at all.
I mean, what do you talk about with it? Let's go. Okay, so I get in the car. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much.
Are you from Nashville?
Yep, sure
Cool. I love Nashville.
Yeah, me too, man.
Isn't it changing?
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
man. Like, cool.
Can you just turn the music up, bro?
Sure. What do you want to listen to?
Did you pick up more like locals or people who were...
A healthy mix.
How many
there's
rides?
Some people from out of town. There's some people just going to bars to hang out.
How many have you
done?
done?
Like 11 rides in one night, like 4 or 5 hours.
And nothing crazy. Not one funny story. Wow.
Not one.
You have the worst luck of all time.
I mean, what were you? Okay, let's set the expectation here.
I mean, you just figure people leaving at night are at least going to be like buzzed funny or,
I didn't really pick up anyone super intoxicated,
Okay. Well, I mean, you're just starting, so I'm sure.
I got to get it down, man. Maybe that's the secret.
Yeah, might be.
Hang out around Hotel Row around 2 o'clock. You'll pick up some of those people, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, downtown's actually pretty difficult to navigate and confusing. It's funny because the most money you can make is like in cancellations. Like if someone cancels, you just get an instant $5.
Well, there you go.
That's how much a ride, like you're going to get paid for a ride anyway.
So if they cancel even before you, if you start heading out there, they cancel immediately.
There's some rules, but I'm sure we could find a way to get around it.
Okay.
So like if you guys just can't, like I don't know if you get charged for it either. I don't know.
I don't know
how that works.
Well, that'd be a weird workaround.
There's a
if it was.
loophole though to exploit.
Okay. Well, you feel safe. Any means to feel safer while you're driving? If you see what I'm saying.
I just trust in the Lord, baby.
You got some pepper spray in your trunk.
Trust in the Lord.
Glove box.
All right, there you go.
I take my steering wheel and I throw it out the window.
So what are you making
and I
tonight?
yell out, Jesus, take the wheel.
Okay, what are you making tonight? Would you say right now?
After I've only done it one time.
Okay.
So, but there's gross, which was $70. Let's just say $75.
All right.
And then I put some gas in it, so it probably ended up being $55, $60.
Okay, it's not bad.
For 4 or 5 hours.
All right, there you go. All right. Well, there you go. Lee, the Lyft driver. So if you need him,
look for it.
Look him up. John, what about you? Anything going on this week?
I've had my son's second birthday.
Yeah.
Had family over. That was fun. And second Father's Day in the books.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was definitely Father's Day this past week. Did you do anything special or?
Well, on his actual birthday, we took Asher to Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
He didn't play a single game. We just ran around and kept looking behind him to see if we were still.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that was fun to him.
Crazy happen?
No.
Oh.
No.
Sorry.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy happened.
Let's do a little role play.
There's this crazy Lyft driver.
Let's say I'm a Chuck E. Cheese worker,
okay.
and you be Asher and you be John.
Okay.
You gotta look behind you, man.
Okay. They do this thing at Chuck E. Cheese where they stamp your hand and they stamp the kid's hand when you go in. And the whole time we were there, me and Robin were trying to figure out why we were stamping our hands. And then when we're going to leave, no one was at the door right away. So we're just like, we'll just go. And then one of the workers like, oh, wait a minute. And they're like, we got to scan your hand. I was like, to leave? And I was like, why? Like, we need to make sure that you're not walking out with somebody else's kid. And I was like, oh.
Code red. Will they barcode you? I'm confused.
It's invisible ink.
It's invisible ink.
But how do they relate it like that?
I think they have a different code for each family.
They have a different number. You come in, you and your kid are 22. John comes in, they're 23. So they just want to make sure your numbers match up with the family you came in with.
So they write 22 in invisible ink on your hand.
And
22 invisible ink on the kid's hand.
Mm-hmm. And then when you leave, they hit with a little ultraviolet pen just to make sure.
I feel like us revealing this technique has made the world unsafe a little bit.
No.
Because now there's going to be some pedophile ordering invisible ink flashlight online right now, and he's going to be scoping out a Chuck E. Cheese somewhere.
He's listening to this show. They're listening to this show. What is that? Your fan base?
I'm sure.
Oh, good to know. We helped out your fan base tonight.
Just saying, things get around.
Bringing in those numbers.
We're going to tag this on Chuck E. Cheese on YouTube. It's going to get a hit.
It's literally preposterous. I mean, you're saying a guy comes in. He has what? He's standing by the front area, seeing what number they stamp each kid with. I mean,
or is he following the kid that he wants to take home?
Did you listen to what I said? He's going to order a invisible ink flashlight online.
Okay, I got
that. So
that.
why does he need to know the number at that? He can just he can see the invisible ink at that point.
Yeah. Then
we should just stop.
Then he stamps himself. I mean, this is
if you guys didn't.
So hey, some dude picks up Asher, your son, John. He's like, hey, he's shining a flashlight on.
I'll be right back with your kid. I promise.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, you're better than that. You've been to Chuck E. Cheese. You've been to Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm just saying, if the system is.
It's not flawed. It works pretty good. I've heard of
you get the invisible ink and you draw number 22 on your own hand. That's all.
It's a stamp, not a draw. You'd have to come in with a stamp too.
Yeah, you have to come with a stamp and invisible
What
ink.
does the stamp look like?
It's like
the big stamp.
Yeah, like a little stamp. It's like
they have like 22 different stamps.
No,
it's the one with the numbers. Yeah, you can change the numbers. Come on, man.
It's like a date stamp.
I'm sorry, I don't hang out at Chuck E. Cheese like you dads do. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not in the cool kids club yet.
I mean, you are. You're literally a parent. Your child when's your child turn 1?
I can't even tell you.
Are you going to Chuck E. Cheese?
Nah, we'll probably go to someplace cool.
Okay.
Like
what's cool?
Something like California Pizza Kitchen or something.
Oh yeah, kids love that, man. Yeah. They love that California Kitchen. It's fantastic pizza. Pineapples abound. I'm sure.
I really don't like CPK.
I don't even. What do they? It's just healthy pizza, right?
It's
John, have you been?
It's hipster pizza.
Hipster pizza. Okay, yeah. Two thumbs down for that, man. It's hard to mess up a pizza. Like it's a pretty. I mean, if you do it right and you stop adding a bunch of crap, make it good. pepperoni, you're done. Like that's a good slice. Don't even need the pepperoni really.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, like, but I disagree with you. The pepperoni pizza is what you use as a base to determine if a place is capable of making a good pizza.
Yeah, okay.
But once you've had the pepperoni, then you can start experimenting with other flavors, see if it's good, like pineapple, jalapenos,
yeah, sure,
black olives,
yes,
crushed red pepper, stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know?
Okay. From the chat, Robin, John's wife, says, we had Hawaiian pizza at Chuck E. Cheese. John, shameful. Shameful, man.
What is your problem with pineapple on pizza?
It ain't right.
Is it just an internet meme at this point, and you feel like you have to?
I've been defending it on this show before it was even talked about. What are you talking about?
Before we had Blame Your Brother, I knew that David did not like pineapples on pizza.
I'm an OG, brother.
Do you eat pineapple at all?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you just don't like pineapple.
Correct.
Okay, well, of course you don't like pineapple on pizza.
I mean, I don't like apples on pizza, though. I mean, so what's your point? What's the difference at that point?
Nobody likes apples on pizza.
Oh, I bet California Kitchen does.
Actually, I think I've been to this place called like CC's Pizza where they have dessert pizza. I'm pretty sure I've seen cooked apples.
Okay. So you're down with apples on pizza?
I don't care.
Orange slices on pizza? Why not? Why stop at pineapple? Why stop there? Anyway.
I've had fruit pizza before.
Yes, but
it's like, they put the cream cheese.
That's not the same.
Sugar glaze. Oh man,
we're talking
delicious.
We're talking about
cares?
A standard pizza, man. Come on.
Well, okay. Do you consider like pizza that doesn't use red tomato sauce standard? Like, what if they put like?
Well, no. The definition of standard would be red sauce. Now, if you're saying, are there other types
like pesto
of
pizza?
Okay, but that's not a standard
or ranch-based pizza.
That's not a standard pizza by your own words.
So we're only talking about.
They're saying blind pizza taste testing during the 100th episode. I'm down. I know all the different.
I mean,
pizzas.
I don't think we need to do blind pizza tasting, but there probably will be pizza.
Oh, I hope so.
During the 24-hour marathon,
probably have to be a necessity at this point.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but there's rarely a day goes by that I don't eat pizza. I'm just saying, like you can even
weekly. I don't know daily. I wish.
No, like if you find yourself in a rut, there's like bagel bites, so you can sprinkle that in the morning, just get it out of the way, but. I mean, not everyone's as committed. I understand. But
I mean, I wish I could eat pizza every day, but that's just not a reality. I've done it like 3 days out of the week. I felt pretty proud those weeks.
All right, John, there's your cue.
I love pizza. Yeah, it'd be great to eat it every day.
About the wishing, John. About the wishing.
Oh, yeah, that's a stupid wish.
Okay, no, John's like, no, actually, it's not.
Moving on.
John's like, it's a great wish.
Okay, he had Father's Day at
All
Chuck
right,
E. Cheese.
well,
Actually, second birthday at Chuck E. Cheese.
There you go.
What about you, man?
No, just
have you been ghost hunting?
No,
Did you fog up any more cameras?
Unfortunately, I'm not. We got carpet installed in the house last Thursday, actually.
What a journey.
And it almost at one point I was like, let's just buy a new house. So let's pack all this up and we'll just get out of here and never come back. Just the amount of stuff you have to move from room to room, pack all your little stuff up. Now we're getting all that stuff back up. We moved the boys' room. It's just been a lot of moving.
What company did you go with?
We Home Depot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, the workers were great. I mean, they did a good job.
We went with Empire.
And is that good or bad?
They moved all the stuff for us.
They moved. They said they'd move the big stuff. You had to have all the little stuff up. And then me and my father-in-law, we just ended up moving the stuff. Anyway.
Wait. Can you say that one more time?
Me?
They said they would do all the big stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get like a safe. And like put something really heavy in it and call a carpet moving company and be like,
is that we record that?
Yeah, and then just be like, come on, guys.
All they do is put bottom things on the bottom and just push it.
No, but I mean like super heavy.
Okay, you do that in your spare time. You call, you pay the money, you get all that.
Okay.
You got to pay.
Find a hoarder. We find a hoarder and have them show up and be like, start moving, guys. No.
It'd be like all this classifies as a whole bunch of little things. So we're not moving it.
Yeah.
What about my carpet though? Yeah.
But anyway, we moved a lot of stuff and it was fine. So what did you do for your workers? Anything? Did you tip them? Did you buy them dinner?
Oh, gosh,
pat them on the behind?
It was before Asher was born, so I can't even remember.
Okay.
I'm assuming he didn't.
No, he
didn't
obviously
tip
didn't.
He obviously didn't even help move the stuff.
Ask Robin.
That's true.
You were probably in the bathtub. You were probably taking a bubble bath the entire time, weren't you?
I was probably sleeping.
Yelling out to the door.
I looked it up and I didn't tip them cash. I mean, a lot of places said, like on the internet too. I mean, I bought them lunch and like I bought them pizza and breadsticks and all that. So they seemed to appreciate that. I mean, I don't know. I didn't have any cash either, to be honest, and I had to come here.
I mean, nowadays a lot of people just don't have cash.
Yeah,
so I mean that's not.
True. They did good. So yeah, I got fresh new carpets, son.
What you been been like snow angel?
Yep, been jumping on it, swimming in it, and all that. So no, it's been a slow week as far as that. I mean, busy week with everything else, but you know how it goes, man. Monday to Thursday moves on you.
Moves.
So
every day I'm hustling.
Yeah, but Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the chat. There's a few there. Hopefully you guys had a good time, and I got to relax for most of the day. Went out to eat. Went out to Top Golf is actually what I did.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so I went to Top Golf again. Had a good time doing that.
It's like Chuck E. Cheese for adults, right? Do they stamp your hand?
They do not stamp your hand, but
bummer.
I guess it is.
But you're a lifetime member now, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's fun. We should go. It's pretty fun. If you've never been to Top Golf, go check it out. You don't have to be good at golf. I mean, I don't even barely know how to play golf, but it's kind of like bowling mixed with darts, where you're trying to hit balls in certain holes. You get points for
bowling mixed with darts.
Yes.
Shouldn't it be like golf mixed with something?
Well, most people haven't played golf per se. We've all went bowling where you're trying to, you get a turn, I get a turn, you get a turn,
literally
I get a
just
turn.
described Top Golf as something with not using golf, but okay, whatever.
Well, we understand you hit a golf ball, but the games are kind of like darts almost.
The progression,
yes.
the way the game carries.
Yeah. 1, 2, you go in order.
Right,
anyway.
yeah.
All right, so that was that.
I would say golf mixed with bowling.
Okay, with darts.
That's fine.
Dave and Buster's is Chuck E. Cheese for adults, Lee, if you didn't know. So, all right.
All right.
Noted. All right, well,
Thank you, Blamers.
Let's get moving, man. We got lots of topics this week to dive into, so we're going to go ahead and get started on that. And, this has been a big week for Kanye West, Donald Trump. We talked about that. Kim Kardashian went to the White House, got someone pardoned. I mean, this guy's been doing some things this week, whether you like him or not.
Moving and shaking.
Donald Trump.
DJ.
Okay, whatever.
But anyways, that brings us to he's the president. Now, who's going to run against him in 2020? Well, a story came out this past week I saw that says Kim Kardashian herself may run for president. Now, I thought Kanye was running in 2020, which brought me to the question, the Twitter poll of the week. Gun to your head. You have to pick one. Who'd you vote for as president in 2020? Kanye West, Kim Kardashian. Lee, who you got?
I actually was a little bit late to this poll, and I thought my answer in my head.
Okay.
Which is pull the trigger. And I went into the comments, and everyone that had posted a comment had agreed. So I actually did not vote for
So you would rather die than vote for one of those two? Okay. All right. Awesome. John,
yes,
gun to your head. Who would you vote for?
I mean, my first instinct would probably be Kanye, but that man's crazy. He
and
is
Kim Kardashian
crazy.
isn't?
I think she could be swayed to be like. I think she could be talked down.
Yeah.
I don't think Kanye could be talked down if he gets to a certain point.
Based on you have a lot of Kanye knowledge that he's done crazy.
That's just
stuff.
his general feeling, man.
That's
like
my,
when he talked to that girl
dude,
at the
gun to my head. First
award
of all,
ceremony.
Gun to my head. I'm not getting a whole lot of time for research.
That's true. That's true.
Okay,
That's
so
true.
I have to go on my perspective of these people.
So you vote Kim?
I mean, she's a heck of a businesswoman. I mean, she's famous for nothing. She's unbelievably rich for what, apps?
Yeah, apps. And
No, I think it was a sex tape.
which got her somewhere, but there's a lot of people put out sex tapes. She has built an entire brand on the Kardashian name.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
you
mean-
can say what you want. I wish she would run Blame Your
So-
Brothers branding for 2 weeks. I mean,
would
please.
vote for her.
Please, Kim, come to this show. Just do our Twitter for 2 weeks. 1 week, 1 day,
1 hour.
1 hour, 5 minutes. I would vote
right now.
I'm thinking in that one, oh man, Kanye is my boy, man. But you're not always going to vote for your boy.
I think you're always going to vote for your boy.
Not if he's
if
crazy,
you don't
like
vote
John
for
said.
your boy, he's not really your boy.
Not if he's coming out going, yeah, I'm bipolar, and it's my superpower. Okay, well, I'm going to vote for the other one, so I'd vote for Kim. Like I said, I mean,
Wow.
So Kim Kardashian won the poll 60 to 40%. So there you go.
So I really think that you guys would probably just vote party line.
No,
honestly.
I did not.
But what do you think? Because I mean, in America, you either have to be a Democrat or Republican
Kanye would
to
be-
win
yeah.
a president. Let's be honest.
Okay,
here.
Kanye would be a Republican, and Kim would be a Democrat.
Yeah.
I mean, he's come out and said he's a Trump guy. He's worn the hat. I mean,
So I could see you voting for a Democrat because you've done it before. But John,
yeah, no way.
I don't know. What do you think the Mormon Church would say?
They wouldn't say anything. First of all, they're not going to have any knowledge of who I voted for.
But don't they
Number
usually tell
one.
you who to
Number
vote
two-
for?
No, they do not. They never.
I feel like I've read that online before.
You can't.
Haven't you read that before, David?
How much do you think is true on the internet? Like, you believe everything that you read on the internet, your head would explode
It hasn't yet.
because you don't honestly believe everything that you read on the internet.
It's a new name for the podcast.
You just
Do you believe everything on the internet?
Okay, so would you be happy if they ran husband and wife, president and vice president?
Oh, it'd be great.
Would you want to be president? Who would you want to be vice?
Kim's got to be president. Yeah. Let's do it for the time. There's been a female president ever. Let's just make her the hottest woman.
That would buck
the
so many
last
trends,
200
especially
years.
being the president over your husband.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the stir that would cause?
I mean, I don't even know if it's possible. It is on House of Cards, but it's a TV show. I have no idea if that's even possible. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I mean, why wouldn't it be? Is there some archaic bylaw that says
I don't know.
husband and wife can't be president and vice president just because they'll be around each other so much if one of them dies? It's
Possibly. I don't know. Someone asked it in the
Is
chat.
there-
That's why I have no idea.
Is there a rule? I don't know if this is true or not, but is there a rule like for a Senate seat, if a husband dies, a woman can take his place, his wife can take his place?
I don't know,
about
man.
that.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm. It sounds familiar to me. I don't know.
Lee, so you would not vote for Kim Kardashian
I would not vote for Kim Kardashian.
because
I don't think
think I
that
know
she
what's
would be a
coming.
good president.
She?
why?
She?
Is it because she wouldn't be a good president?
I would not base my vote on gender, guys. Unlike
So,
you guys.
We're gonna ask once for the sanctity of this show. Which of those two are you picking, Kanye or Kim? You have to pick one of them.
Oh Lord. Gun at my head.
Just pick
or-
the guy. Pick the guy like we know you will. Pick
Okay, y'all both said Kim, right?
Yeah,
All right, I'm going with Kanye.
Yeah, we knew you would. Yeah, we got you figured out over there, brother. No female presidents on my watch, baby. All right, I just thought that was it. They both were mentioned as running for office, so that's where we're at. That's where we're at, everybody. If you're just wondering where we're at in this country, that's where we're at.
But I mean, yeah, they probably are a better president than most.
Better than Trump?
I mean, yes.
Okay, all right.
What would not be? Like if aliens came down
Hillary
to Earth
Clinton?
and was like, lizard people are real, and they're like, we're running against Trump, I think I would vote
Oh
for
my
the
God.
lizard people from another
So
planet.
you would no one over Trump for you, no one within reason. I mean, I could pull up some Nazi skinhead or something, but
What about Roy Moore from Alabama?
oh my
no.
God,
I would just.
What would you pick?
you brought
I
it
would
up.
vote
Lee.
for either. Obviously,
You have to
If I would just literally take
make
the
a
brain
government
and-
mandate to vote.
then I'm not part of this government anymore.
All right, so you leave the country. All right. Yes. All right, well, okay, let's get to the stories. The rapper, now this, how do you say this guy's name? XXXTentacion, I believe is how you say it. Controversial Florida rapper and singer, questionable, shot dead at 20 years old. Now, this is a rapper, I don't know, I'm going to be honest, I've heard of this guy, but I've not heard any of his songs
if
before.
you can't say his name right,
Yeah.
then
But here's the thing about this guy. So he was killed outside, or he was killed in the parking lot of a car dealership. I don't know if he was, I mean, he was obviously, they took things out of the car. I don't know if it was a robbery or if they shot him because they knew him. I don't know. I don't know what the story is. They just arrested the guy they believe did it today. I don't know many details have come out. But the big thing about this, which we can delve into, this guy was a bad guy. I mean, he had this girlfriend that he was assaulting heavily. She was pregnant. He still kept assaulting her. Then he kidnapped her, hid her out in his homeboy's house under duress, and then continued to abuse her. And then finally she just ran out one day while she was in the kitchen and just ran for it. The pictures online, in the chat allegedly, but the pictures online of her were pretty nasty. And you can go through it. Not a very good guy. So the question became, when he died, a lot of people I saw on social media were saying that good riddance to bad rubbish. I mean, they were really pretty much like, yeah, this guy's got to go. Now, Kanye West put a tweet out that said, "Rest in peace. I never told you how much you inspired me when you were here. Thank you for existing." So that was kind of the sentiment of some artists in the hip-hop community. But like I said, people generally like, good. The world's better off with this dude in it. So how do you, I mean, these are alleged charges as well. How much do we judge this is like Michael Jackson and everything. How much do we judge the artist for the art, and how much do we judge the man? When does that kind of
where's the break between?
Yeah, when do they murder?
Right off the bat, let me just
artist?
say, we know you don't like him because of the facial tattoos.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like he's already off your island.
He does have a neck tattoo, so that would be a strike.
So neck tattoos are bad. Face tattoos
are the worst. I mean, we all agree on that. I mean, come on, get real
I think
here.
They could be tasteful.
John, am I crazy here?
No.
Okay.
No.
Thank you. Okay.
Well, first, just let me touch the tattoo thing real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
When we were younger, having a tattoo was way more taboo than it is today. Now it's the exact opposite. If you don't have a tattoo, you're lame. So already, right off the bat, this guy's 1,000 times cooler than any of us. He's a rapper. He got banned from Spotify. That was the guy, right?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, tattoos don't make you cool. I
Well,
am living proof of that.
Okay.
I have a tattoo and I'm not cool whatsoever.
Maybe you need to.
I'm not going to put one on my face or my neck.
Maybe you
no.
need to migrate them up. You know, work on that a little bit.
But is it okay to say this guy was a scumbag? See you later. Who cares about his art? We're done with it. I mean, yes or no? Like, is that acceptable? Can we not appreciate art if it is associated with someone who's a scumbag?
This is my opinion, but I would say there's a point where the madness creeps into the music. If we're talking about music, art, whatever,
we'll say music,
and that's a dangerous point. But if they separate their life from the music, then yes, we can. But if he's rapping about like abusing a woman and then he goes and does it in real life, that's definitely a dangerous.
Okay, well,
a dangerous slippery slope.
So is it the act, or is it? I mean, many.
What about the vice versa of that? Eminem, who constantly talks about killing his baby mama,
homophobic, dropping all kinds of homophobic slurs. Like, is that why is that accepted? We accept that he was, drug addict by his own term, got sober and everything. Rapped about drugs all the time. Obviously was not living. He was living pretty bad life for a while there, according to him. Why is that acceptable? And then, like I said, these are all alleged charges. I'm just wondering where the line is.
You tell us, man.
Like, we even look at like directors like Woody Allen. Is it not acceptable to like Woody Allen movies anymore because of the charges against him? Do we not? Michael Jackson is one that I think is massive. This is a guy that was accused of, touching many children. And yet
Allegedly.
we still, I said alleged, yeah. And we still love his music today. I'm not turning his music off when it comes on.
No.
Well, like, what if you're a comedian and you grew up listening to Bill Cosby and like you used him as inspiration to become and better than you were and crafted your art and used him as a role model, and then later in life you found out that he was doing all these horrible things.
Yeah.
So yeah, nobody has the answer for that. I think most people would say that you shouldn't respect him anymore.
I would say.
Anything that they've done.
Well, from the chat, Jason says, I think we accept it from Eminem because he's hot. Does that have something to do with it?
Yes, it definitely does, without a doubt.
I agree.
And some people think this guy's hot.
Well, I'm guilty of if an attractive female does something, I'm more likely to give her some leeway in the media if she's attractive. I'm just being honest with you. Like, if someone comes across, I'm like,
But if she's an absolute whale, you're just like burner. She's a witch.
It depends. It depends on the level and what the thing was.
True. If it was,
I remember last year around this time, there was a Playboy model that we talked about on the show.
Yes.
That did a Snapchat of a woman that was naked, that was overweight, and she blasted this woman on Snapchat, and I was appalled. I'm still appalled, and it was somebody who's very attractive that did this.
Okay.
And so, it really depends on the act for me. But as far as like separating talent from the way someone carries their life, that is a hard thing to. Look at Martin Luther King. He's probably one of the icons of American history.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But a lot of people don't even know that he was cheating on his wife. There's a lot of things that he was doing. Martin Luther King.
It's fact. No, it's factual. It is.
And there was a lot of things that he did that was very wrong, that would have probably not only gotten him removed from being a minister, but also maybe even like excommunicated from a church if they did that in his religion.
But he was.
But that talent and that gift and the things that he did good overshadowed those things that he did that were wrong.
Yeah.
So it really, I mean,
well, yeah.
So, like, I'm just sitting here reading the chat, and like everyone has a story about a famous musician or comedian or actor that has done messed up things. I'm beginning to think there might be a direct correlation between artistic genius and insatiable desires here.
I don't agree with that. No. I mean, I don't disagree with that. I'm sorry. I don't disagree with that.
Might be
I think the more
you might have come across something there.
Yes,
Lee.
I think.
Where are the wholesome people? Where are the wholesome famous people?
Jars of clay.
I said famous.
But I'm saying that's what you get. You get a whitewash product. Like
I guarantee you, those jars of clay people are doing something messed up with gerbils or something.
Oh, wow. I'd write that one down, my friend.
Steve Young.
Steve Young, NFL player. Yes.
Cal Ripken.
There is a vanilla blandness to nice guys. It is, unfortunate. I mean, I hate.
But then again, I mean, 10 years ago, I would have said Brett Favre, too.
Yeah.
And then everyone's jumping in and saying, oh, I would forgive anyone if they're hot enough. You could murder my mom and dad, and if they're hot, I mean,
Well, they're bringing up, they brought up Louis C.K., which is a good example. And then Chuck Berry, who has done some terrible things, but no one's going to scrub his name from the annals of rock and roll. I mean, he is the father or godfather, whatever you want to call him, rock and roll. But this guy's a nut. Like, he's kidnapping women. He's doing all kinds of bad things. So I don't know. I think
brings a little background to that song "Ding-a-ling," don't it?
So this guy, the worst thing he's done, the worst thing he did was beat up his girlfriend that was at his memorial.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is bad.
Pregnant
woman.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, when you think of there's murder, there's
rape,
there's child pornography, and then there's beating pregnant women. I mean, that's like
so number 4 on the list.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So you're writing this guy off.
Yeah,
I mean, Spotify kicked him off. Him and R. Kelly.
Well, I listened to him the other day on Spotify, and I just was not.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was not impressed. Are you talking about another rapper?
I thought they
was
him.
Thug. I don't know, man. Who cares?
Maybe not.
All right. Anyway, well, yeah, she was beat so bad she went blind in one eye. If you want to check it, just look it up. It's disturbing.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad, man.
But I don't.
This guy had trouble. He grew up in a troubled home. I mean, I mean, like I said, I read a whole bunch. I didn't know who this dude was. I wanted to kind of get a feeling, and just a guy that never had a chance, really, and then just never got his life straight.
Well, maybe this is just karmic balance.
Could be.
Hey, you live the game. The game lives you.
Yeah, I don't think that's the saying, but yeah, I get what you're going at there.
I tried to be hard for a second, man. I got nothing.
Yeah, no, it's tragic that he could not live the life he should have lived at this point, and then that.
Well, what life should he have lived?
I mean, once you get into a situation where you grow up single parents, it's never there, drug addict. Once you get past that, you get an adult, you get money, you get a support system around. You would hope sometimes that they kind of straighten. I mean, yeah, they don't, but so
I don't know. It's never going to end.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the sad thing is that there's people beating pregnant women all the time, and the only reason we know that this happened is because the guy's famous. Yeah. So I think it's really just a reflection of who we are as a human race, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Well, let's move on to something else.
All right. Well, let's move on to well, we should move on to Chris Hardwick real quick.
Oh, man, you gonna be a Debbie Downer.
Speaking of bad dudes, let me tell you about Chris Hardwick.
Tell me about Chris Hardwick.
If you guys don't know who Chris Hardwick is, he's the founder of Nerdist podcast franchise, big time movers in the podcast game. Before that, he was on the MTV show Singled Out back in the day.
It was back in its start. Yeah.
Remember, I liked Chris Hardwick back in the day on Singled. I thought he was funny. Him and Jenny McCarthy, they kind of played off each other well. Then started listening to this guy's podcast, and this is like 8 years ago. And I listened, and then one day I went to Corey, my brother-in-law, and I was like, this guy's the worst dude. And he's like, what are you talking about? I go, just listen to his podcast. He's always talking about himself. He makes everything about him. And one of the things that's always stood out to me, and this is David Brewington's personal thing I'm about to say. Right. He claims he's an alcoholic, okay? And, hey, if he is, sorry, brother. But he was on Mark Maron's podcast, and he said that he was an alcoholic, and his story just, something didn't add up. Mark Maron talks to a lot of people that are alcoholics because he is one himself. So that's
just hear it in their shaky voices.
Well, you can just hear it in their tales of how things spun out of control. And his thing was, when did you know you were out of control? He's like, man, I was at a party, and I was just standing in a room for a while, and I just wasn't talking to anybody. I went, That's your alcoholic moment? Dude, I've done that like 1,000 times in my life. Do I need to start going to 12-step programs?
His story was I was
Those are
standing in a room.
Tuesdays.
I know, yeah. But anyway, it came out that this week Chris Hardwick was dating a girl named Chloe Dykstra, who is a cosplay. If you're in the cosplay community, you would know who she is. That he was not a very good boyfriend, that he may have sexually assaulted her over a period of time. He had these
What does that mean? He may have.
Well, that's what she's saying happened. And
So allegedly.
Allegedly, yes, that's the definition. And he had these rules for her. Number one, when he went to these cons, she had to stay in the hotel room. She couldn't come out. She was not allowed to have any drinks around him. I mean, if that's, if he's sober, I could see that, but still. And there were a bunch of rules listed out, like you don't talk to guys, you don't do this, you don't do that. And you start reading this story, and it's just, I don't know if you guys have read it. It's just disgusting.
I didn't read the actual story, but I saw a lot of people talking about it on social media and stuff.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I hope you could clear up for me is like there's an issue of consent where she consented to these things, but people said that it was still really bad and that it should be considered like rape.
Yeah.
Which I was confused on because I
was a little
thought
bit
that was kind of the definition was once you give consent, but it was like tying her up and beating her or something. I was confused.
The thing is, once you give consent, I don't honestly. Yes, it's a little bit murky. That's why I said allegedly or supposedly. I don't know if that's what she's saying. Maybe it was just a pattern of mental abuse that turned into that. I don't know. I mean, that makes sense. I'm not in that environment. I've never been that guy. Thank God. Like if I woke up and I was that guy, I don't know. But she's saying all this, and now he's been they've removed his name from the Nerdist network, and he has had a couple of his shows canceled because, this guy's on a lot of shows right now. He's doing all the Talking Dead stuff, the Preacher stuff, anything on AMC he would usually host, and that's still up in the air whether he's going to keep doing it or not. And Adam in the chat said, yeah, calling this sexual abuse is actually degrading to the women who've actually been sexually assaulted. And hey, it's her story to tell. I'm not going to tell her you weren't sexually assaulted. I don't know. I'm just going on her story.
Well, the thing is, even her, by her words, it says she may have been.
Yeah.
If she doesn't know, then let's kind of downgrade that to
right. But he's a douchebag either way. Even minus all that. Like if you're forcing, like I say, if you're forcing your wife, your girlfriend, or your partner to have sex with you and they don't want to, it's a bad situation.
But that's not consent.
Yeah,
right? I don't know. It's a weird. I don't.
The question is, if you mentally beat someone down where they don't think they have an option to leave, and then you're like, get in the bed, it's time to have sex, and they never really say anything, is that sexual assault? You can argue both sides.
Psychological warfare.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So he basically got a younger girl who was 20 years younger than him, and basically was domineering, and she had a history of these kind of guys because I haven't read her story, but you will find out that if she keeps getting drawn to these type of guys, she had some issues in her childhood that she was working out. So I just say I've known this guy was a punk from a long time ago. Never liked the guy. I don't think he's really that talented either. I don't see the appeal of the man. His podcast was boring. His co-hosts were boring. I'm not the only one that said this.
If you're somebody famous who will build their career on identifying with things that dorky people like, you're gonna be famous. You're gonna create a draw.
Wait, say that again.
If you are somebody who's already famous, and you center the future of your career on things that are nerdy or dorky, you're gonna have a large following.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but okay.
I
kind of see your point.
This is crazy, dude. A bunch of the dudes in the chat are saying she's a leech. This is not sexual assault. I would not have expected this from our chat room.
To go back to the people saying that it's degrading to the people who have actual. I just want to share this story that I thought was odd. I saw on Twitter where it's like this woman was like, she wrote like the 15-page tweets or whatever, and it's like she was like. I've been sitting on this, but I feel like I really have to join the Me Too movement.
Oh boy.
She's like, this guy DM'd me and said something inappropriate. And I responded and said, please don't DM me, but he kept DMing me. So I blocked him. And like she made a big, huge drama, and it had like hundreds and hundreds of likes and retweets. And it's just like she was like, I have to join the Me Too, and I'm just like, are you serious right now? with the Twitter DM abuse. Like, I mean, I don't know.
I think it's
I've never been
ridiculous.
Twitter DM abused.
I haven't either.
If someone wants to, please follow me on Twitter at Brother to Blame.
Oh, God.
Do whatever you want.
Jason is in the chat to licking his lips.
Do whatever you want. But my point is, like, I was really, I felt like, I felt the same way, though. I felt like she's doing the movement a disservice by trivializing.
I agree.
And I instantly blocked her.
Good. That's what
instantly.
you should do.
You know, I didn't respond.
Good.
I didn't DM her more than twice.
Okay. Well, there you go.
More than twice.
Everybody knows twice. So, all right.
It's the third time that.
There we go. Chris Hardwick. Let's get to a good story. Let's pick up the spirits here. We talk about Donald Trump like he's the parasite of the world. He's a leech of the world. This guy this week, he changed the game of America. He changed the game of warfare. He changed the way we're going to battle forces across not the world, John.
The galaxy.
The galaxy.
The new leader of the Guardian Galaxy. Your new Star-Lord, everyone.
Donald Trump.
DJ Trump.
He has created the 6th branch of the military. We shall call it Space Force. Space Force.
You know, I wish I was really talented.
I am Trump.
I wish I was really talented at like graphic video stuff, and I would make Trump and Pence do like a Sailor Moon thing where they twirl and they're in like dresses and stuff.
It'd be good.
It sounds kind of weird when you say it out loud.
I'm sure people would like it. That might get us viral. What is Pence? So we're watching right now. Donald Trump is announcing this is the biggest thing ever. It's the Space Force. We're going to be in the space. I mean, like, dude.
I can tell you what Pence is thinking right now. He's thinking, try not to laugh. Try not to laugh. Try not to laugh. Try not to laugh.
He's thinking, this guy's an idiot. Like, look at him. He's literally thinking, I could do this guy's job so much better. This dude is an idiot.
He's
thinking 2.5 more years.
He's got to be thinking, why? Why am I here? Why am I standing next to this guy? Like, there's no way he likes this guy, right? I mean, and he's loyal, and I appreciate loyalty. That's like one of my biggest traits in life. He's going down with this guy no matter what, you know. But he's got to know this guy's a dope at this point. I mean, it's just odd that this announcement came out in this week where all this stuff's happening. You got the immigration control. You have Manafort going to prison. You have all this stuff being released, and what does he come out with? Space Force. I mean, this sounds dumb. Okay, so we got from the chat. What's the percentage of Trump being reelected in 2020, Lee?
I don't think he got elected in the previous election. So 0 is what I would say.
0, John?
I'd say about 42%.
I think it's about 70%. I
Really?
believe.
God.
I believe Trump will
How?
get reelected. I'm just telling you, he will.
How can you say that?
Lee, how do you think he got elected in the first place?
You can't even like put that into the world.
What do you think's
man.
going on with his fan base? I mean, like, they're getting fired up over this stuff.
I'm
man.
hoping we tie up all the Russian Twitter bots and like we don't have that problem
That ain't
next
happening.
time.
That ain't happening, brother.
Well, then, yeah, if the world continues to operate, it does. It's 100% because he didn't win the previous election. He's going to win the next one. Then, yeah, sure. Or whoever the freaking Illuminati decides next. That's probably going to be Kanye West. Who knows?
Might be. They might be the Illuminati.
Kanye West just like, Trump's like, I don't want to be president. I'll just be vice president. And Kanye West is going to be president.
That would be a good one. That'd be one for the books there. I just think Space Force, like what are we afraid of? Is this acknowledging, I'm serious. I'm being serious right now. Is this acknowledging that he believes there is extra life out in the universe?
That would, I mean, it'd have to be.
Lee, it's
That's
called
not what
Space Force.
Space Force is just saying that we've reached a point where we're starting to weaponize the satellite and the science behind things like space exploration and, you know, like mostly just probably nuclear weapons in outer space and shooting down ICBMs and stuff like that. People like taking over the space station with specialized weaponry and them doing like things like that.
Aliens.
No.
Here's what I see happening. Trump gets reelected. What is the percentage by the end of 2024 he's in a rocket ship in outer space before the end of his presidency? I honestly believe that there is a very good likelihood that Trump will go to space. I believe this. I believe he will try to go to space.
Did you think he saw like Independence Day and like got a hard on?
Yes, 100%. I think he may be basing most of his career on Independence Day. I think he may have watched it one night and went, "This guy here, he's the
Will
greatest."
Smith on the phone.
Oh man,
Who was the guy that was the president?
It was Bill Pullman. Yeah,
He's like he probably really thinks Bill Pullman is an ex-president.
I do wish this, Johnny. You can say it's a stupid wish or not, but I wish Trump would come on the podcast. Obviously, that'd be a big one. But top 5 movie presidents, I would love to see his list because you know he's got one. You know he's watched every movie about presidents before he got elected. It was just like, I need to do this. I need to be like Morgan Freeman in Deep Impact. I need to be like Bill Pullman in Independence Day. Harrison Ford, Air Force One. He probably believes it's Harrison Ford.
Well, who were the bad presidents in movies?
Oh, bad?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That'd be a...
I'm not going to... You guys will roast me if I say one.
Go ahead.
We want to, though.
Billy Bob Thornton in
oh, yeah.
Love Actually.
Yeah, he was bad. W. Oliver Stone's W. That was a bad president. I mean, it was George W. Bush, but...
I mean, Oliver Stone's Nixon.
Yep. Oh, Nixon. That's true. So... well that's a good one. Billy Bob Thornton in Love Actually. Who he probably he probably loves Billy Bob Thornton in that movie.
Was it Absolute Power?
Absolute Power? I don't know. But I'm sure there's many. Anyway, Space Force, Lee, are you signing up?
They already have it.
You got the
They're
skills.
just rebranding it.
You got the skills to pay the bills.
How do I have the skills to be in Space Force?
Every week you run this technological board.
What
man.
about this says space? What about this board sounds like space to you?
Because
you understand what space is.
Yes, I understand what space is, but it's all run from a computer, right? You can launch Trump.
So computers and space are the same thing.
Yeah. It's Sammy says it's the new Explorers, baby.
Yeah. No, dude, I would totally love to be in a...
Don't be a hero.
Dude, I would totally suit up and go into outer space immediately. I would drop everything.
All right, more bad...
Family, podcast.
Well, good to know.
Love of pizza.
Here's some more bad presidents. Dave from the movie Dave, he was pretty inept, wasn't he?
What was that one where...
there's one...
Idiocracy or
Idiocracy,
whatever?
that's your number one. That's it. Terry Crews, yes. That's your worst president of all time. That could be Trump, pretty much. Okay. All right. Well, Space Force, if you're going to join it, let us know. Space Explorers, we're going to start that up soon, and we're all going to have meetings here, and we're going to talk about how to fight aliens when they come. He watched Jack Nicholson in Mars Attacks, and he's like, this is going down, baby.
We doing this.
Yeah, that's another bad one, Jack Nicholson in Mars Attacks. All right. Well, that's
Get me the SAG on the line.
I need Pullman here now. Sir, he's dead. No.
That's what he's going to announce next week, like the brain in the vat thing, like Futurama or whatever.
He might.
We need to get people that are dead alive again.
He might. You say that kind of funny, but it wouldn't surprise me if it happened.
Okay, anyway, we got to move on.
Okay, moving on. All right, well, that's all the topics for this week, right? We can miss any?
That's it.
All right, well, now it is time for one of the Internet's favorite segments. It's called Who's to Blame?
Tell me who's to blame. Yeah, tell me who's to blame. Yeah, tell me who's to blame. Won't tell me who's to blame.
All right, it's time for Who's to Blame, where we take a topic, a trivial topic, and we debate it. One of us is pro that topic, the other is against that topic, and we go to town. All right, so today, what is the topic?
Today's topic is Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Flaming Hot Cheetos. Now, me and Lee will be debating Flaming Hot Cheetos. Surely you know what those are. They're like Cheetos, but they're hot. And so what do we agree? I would take pro,
yes.
Pro Flaming Hot Cheetos. Let's get started. Now, Cheetos. It's one of the great staples of American history. I mean, when you think of perfection in a bag, Cheetos was it for a long time. And just like all great inventions, one day you get to that point where, can we make this better? You know, can we make it any better? Can we make the car better? We made the car better. We made planes better. We made technological advancements better. We've made it all better. And they took Cheetos and they said, you know what everyone loves? A little bit of spice in their life. It's what we all are looking for, Lee. We're working that 40-hour-week job. We're sitting in our cubicle and we're bored of life, man. And we're sitting there with our bag of Cheetos and we go, if only it got a little bit better. Someone said, put a little hot sauce on that. And we all know, from Hillary Clinton to everyone's got hot sauce in their purse, okay? Hillary Clinton pulled it out on stage. You loved it. It was one of your favorite moments of last year. When she said, I always carry hot sauce with me. Well, somebody took that hot sauce. They put it in the Cheetos, and it is a freaking gourmet masterpiece. You can't name a chip that's better than that. Adam in the chat agrees with me. He says they are life, my friend. How many people said that against other chips you've ever heard in your life? Go ahead. Tell me why they're the worst.
Okay, first off, there's only 2 people that really like Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Go ahead.
Little kids and whores. Okay, that's
my
it.
God.
Okay? Now, you want to talk about Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Oh, my God.
You got to talk about the Flamin' Hot Shits. If you want to go to the chat, it's a known fact. Look, and you want to talk about hot sauce? Yeah, people love hot sauce. But what did they put in Flaming Hot Cheetos? Because it's unlike any hot sauce I've had before. It's like they went to an industrial dump and gathered up like old crystal meth and dyed it orange and put it on a chip. That's when you eat it. That's that sting that you feel. It's you dying. Okay, so just so you know, when you eat Flaming Hot Cheetos, you're literally taking 1 year off your life. That's
fake
and
news.
you say that Flaming Hot Cheetos is a staple of American history?
Yes,
that
sir.
sounds like a John argument. Okay, I've heard
No, it's true.
I've literally heard John use that same argument for Greyhound buses. So that counts against you.
Who would you vote for?
That counts
Chester
against you.
the Cheetah or Donald Trump, and you have to pick one of them.
We're talking about Flaming
Who
Hot
would you
Cheetos.
pick? Chester Cheetah, Flaming Chester Cheetah,
there's no
or
such
Donald
thing.
Trump?
That's the thing. There's no such thing
Yeah.
as a Flaming
5
Hot
seconds to-
Chester
5
Cheetos.
seconds to pick,
I
or
would
you
vote
pick
for
Trump.
the original
5,
Cheetos.
4.
Chester Cheeto, the OG.
The Flamer.
The OG is better.
Chester
OG,
Cheetah, the Flamer.
OG is the best. We agree.
Nope. we
Thank you.
disagree.
I win.
Nope.
Roll the
that's
music.
wrong. That's wrong.
Roll
I
the
win.
music.
We'll hit the music because
Put
I
some
won.
baby wipes in the freezer, baby.
Who's to blame? Won't tell me who's to blame.
Now, what did you call our listeners again? Whores and what?
Little kids and whores.
Little kids and whores. Thank you for streaming into the.
I'm sorry if you really like Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Everybody
I
in the
don't care.
chat said they loved them. Literally, everyone loved them except
I mean,
for
our
like one
chat's
person.
filled with a bunch of little kids and whores. I don't
There
know.
you go. Get that sound clip.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, he's not. Oh, so you are. All right. Let's segue on to just. We're just gonna keep going down the.
Yeah, I don't. Where do we go from here?
We're going down to Dear John,
Yeah.
so we're not getting any better, but it's time for some life advice from John. Here we go.
By the time you read these lines, I'll be gone.
All right, people write in to John. This guy sits to the right of me, and he's going to give some advice. Lee's going to read the question, and we're going to delve into it. Go.
All right, we're gonna have to slow it down because this is a serious topic.
Okay,
This
here.
person wrote in needing some help. Okay, my nephew
Slow
Logan
down.
is a sophomore in high school. He is a bright, awesome kid who is on the autism spectrum. He is very high functioning, even on a higher level than Asperger's, but the social struggle / issues are still there. To this day, my sister refuses to tell Logan about his autism. She feels immense guilt and goes into panic mode every time I bring it up. She thinks he wouldn't be able to handle it. The poor kid knows something is wrong, but doesn't know what. Can I tell him? Or if it's morally wrong to tell him, can I tell him when he is 18? I'm a nurse, and I strongly believe everyone should know everything about their conditions, mental as well as physical. But it's tough with my nephew because he is still a minor. From Can I Tell Him?
Jeez.
You cannot tell him. You're not the mother. You're gonna create a huge rift between you and your sister if you do that. What you could do is from a purely scientific way of doing things, bring to your sister's attention programs that could help him with the social aspects of his life and his debilitation, but don't go over her head. She's the mother. She should have first reign when it comes to her kids. I firmly believe that, and that's what I say.
So what if the mom was doing something like
Science.
withholding vaccinations from him?
Hashtag scientifical. And he called it a
You're welcome.
dehabilitation.
You should listen to this man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lee.
So what if he was like, what if they were like withholding vaccinations from their child? Do you still feel it's the mother's right to decide everything about a child?
There are people that believe that the reason for autism is because of vaccinations.
Okay, what if they were teaching them to be like a nationalist, like a Nazi style like Third Reich was right nationalist? Do you believe that the mother still has the right to educate the child in that direction?
Gee, we got serious up in here, man.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
if you're withholding the autism,
if you can,
disorder,
I mean, you could take this to all different stretches. I mean,
this kid has autism, and the mom is not telling him.
And he's what,
And he's
16 years old or something? Like
he's struggling socially, and he has he's filled with hormones. He's in a very decisive part of his life where he doesn't know what's going on. He's having all these issues with women and relationships, and maybe men. I don't know, whatever. But there's a missing puzzle. There's a link missing, and he doesn't know why. And his mom does, and his mom is not providing that comfort for him. And you just say, "Mom knows best."
She might be looking for a certain aspect or a certain moment, and the child. She knows her son better than her sister does.
Maybe.
I firmly believe that.
Mama knows best.
But except, what about parents that don't give their kids vaccinations? They feel the same way. They know their kids better than anyone else. Like you said, does a false information or does withholding an evident truth about this man? I mean, he's a young man. He's about to be an adult.
I mean, the thing is a lot of what the writer is presenting is her speculation and her. Well, it's not grounded.
The advice should be to confront the woman, the mother, to convince your mother.
She has several times.
Has she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's
you
talked
guys
about
got to keep doing it.
But the thing
What you do-
is,
how about have a
it doesn't
surprise-
sound like she's
Oh,
delivering
geez.
it.
Here we go, John.
With a lot of
John, just clear it. Here we go. Wait
What
for
about
this.
a surprise autism party?
Oh my god.
You invite everyone he knows. Surprise! You jump out of pushes. You have little signs. Congratulations on your autism.
Oh my jeez.
That's a horrible idea.
I mean, he's gonna have to live with it. Might as well celebrate.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of anger and resentment when he does find out. I mean, because she's not telling him anytime soon, and I don't know, man. This is just whack. I don't know why.
She might be trying to find out the best way to deliver it. There might be something.
She's had at least 10 years. I mean, that's at least. I mean, most autism is generally revealed around 3 or 4 years old. This kid's 16 years old. I mean, that's 13 years she's had to deal with this. It's not like she just found out about it last week. I mean, it's wild. Like, what if the kid was gay? Let's say the kid was gay, and she just denied that he was gay the entire time. I mean,
the thing is
what if he's coming to her going?
What if the writer is actually, because she says how high functioning he is. What if she
higher than Asperger's?
Yeah. What if she is overthinking what his troubles are? What if he's not having that big a trouble?
I don't know.
What if his troubles are extremely minute?
So basically, you're saying just get out of the way, like leave it
No,
alone.
I'm saying if you want her to do this badly, then deliver her a way of doing so that will still be able to emotionally build up the child and not make him feel like, oh, there's something wrong with you. We're breaking the news to you.
I just want to throw something out. Think of it this way. Imagine this dude turns into a serial killer, and then it comes out that you denied telling him he was autistic. Just think how bad that would make it you look. Just go from that angle. Can we just go from that angle?
All right, well, let's hope the kid's not a serial killer. We done with this topic then? John?
Yeah.
There we go. All right, there you go.
Not the hottest take, I guess.
Not the
You
hottest.
didn't like that one?
No, it was all right. I agree. John just allowed the Golden State Killer to be born. All right, so there we go. That's Dear John. You want advice? Hit us up with a message. We'll try to help you out. Now, today is National Selfie Day, which coincides with one of our favorite segments, Blame Your Selfie.
Honestly, when I first started doing this show, you said you have to take selfies of yourself and put it on the Blame Your Selfie. And I literally thought you were insane. I was like, why would anyone take a selfie of themselves? Selfie.
All right, it's time for Blame Your Selfie, where people send in selfies of themselves and we give them some credit, give them some due, give them some praise. So here we go. Like I said, National Selfie Day today. So let's see what the listeners got to us. This is Ha Simpson, Squeaky Ha, says, Happy National Selfie Day. Hashtag blame your selfie. Hashtag blame this pickle concoction. Hashtag blame Sonic. She's got a Sonic pickle slushy filter there. So there we go. That's our Kentucky friend there. All right, this is Mandy out of Canada. It says, it's selfie day. How can I pass that up? Killing it in my Total Skull tee. Hashtag Total Skull. Hashtag local boogeyman, sorry. Hashtag selfie. Hashtag National Selfie Day. So there we go. That's blame your selfie. That's Mandy. Go check out her podcast, A Little Geek Lost. This is writer and Lee's favorite buddy, Marlon Meather, a.k.a. Half Pints Point. Says Led Zeppelin and Blue Shades. Let's get this over with. Hashtag blame your selfie. All right, so that's our boy Half Pint here. Oh, look at this. Hashtag blame Dave. This is blame your Dave. National Selfie Day. Hashtag blame your selfie.
Very abstract, man.
It's a picture of some dude's ear. So there we go. Awesome. Good one. You killed it there, kid. All right, this is Girl Beer Sports Podcast at Girls Beer Sports. Guys should be following that account all day. Blame your brother. Since the X-Files, Fight the Future, and the Blues Brothers both celebrated 20 and 38 years respectively this week, they all insisted on being in the Blame Your Selfie Hashtag National Selfie Day. So there we go.
That one is so big.
Yeah, it's Jake, right? Jake
That's
Elwood.
what she said.
All right. Here's other writer for the website, Adam Cox, and it says, thinking about the next article. Hashtag
That's an
blame
aura,
your
Phil.
selfie.
You can see his aura. That's
There you
cool.
go. Yeah, he's a
Got
incredible
some green
writer.
in it, got some green.
He's pretty, probably.
Some orange.
There you go. He's doing that writer thing, whatever that is. Not Playing Stupid podcast, buddies of ours, Not Playing Stupid. It says, I did not trust this mother effing reindeer that kept staring at me while I sat quietly at the bar. F you, caribou, or whatever the F you are. Hashtag Animal Kingdom. Hashtag blame your selfie. Hashtag National Selfie Day. Not Playing Stupid. Check out their podcast. I don't know where this dude's at. He's at some bar somewhere, and the deer's giving him the eye.
But he should rest knowing that that deer was killed with an automatic rifle.
There you go.
More than likely.
NRA, baby, for life. All right, next up we got Michael Anthony Nicholas. Oh, no, I just got it wrong. Michael Anthony, yeah, the second, sorry. On this National Selfie Day, this is me in my NBC crew polo. Hashtag blame your selfie. He's adding Melanie Layden, at Vince Latanzianzo, at Tracy Davidson. I don't know what that's about, but and this is a good one here as well. Michael Anthony Nicholas II says, last week you asked people to wear your shirts out. I went to a party at my brother's house and he wore a shirt. So we do like that. That's awesome. So rocking that old school Blame Your Brother blue t-shirt there. Love it. All right. Next up we have River, super producer River at Geeky Lately. It says, when it is so hot your sweat is sweating, don't blame your selfie. Blame the summer solstice, which that also was today as well. Today was summer solstice. So there you go. That was just a few of the selfies for this week. So if you want to get in on that action, just take a selfie of yourself and use the hashtag blame your selfie, and we will feature you on the show. All right, it's time. It's time for that major key of the week. Let's see what we learned about ourselves from today's episode.
So let me give you a major key. Where is the key?
There's not the key. I want the key.
Give us the keys. So let me give you a major key.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right, time for that major key. And we got to go with Cheetos. What did you say? Cheetos are for kids and
small children and
whores.
Small kids and small.
That's got to be it.
Well, I got a couple more.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Mama knows best.
Okay.
And put some baby wipes in the freezer.
I don't know.
That's for the Flamin' Hot
I got you, but I think
and then the little. So you liked?
I don't think anything's gonna beat Cheetos are for. What did you say? Little kids and whores. Is that what you said? All right, write it down. Major key of the week. Cheetos are for little kids and whores.
Stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
Oh, you thought Who's to Blame wouldn't deliver this week. So there you go. All right, guys. That is an episode in the books. Thank you so much for hanging out with us in the chat. You guys were amazing tonight. Thanks for listening to the show, telling your friends about it. And remember, go to blameyourbrother.net. That's our website if you want to go check that out while you're bored at work, at home, whatever. Tons of articles to read on there. We've got Josh Baker. We've got Adam Cox. We've got Marlon all writing for us. Great articles up there. You've got our past episodes. Go check all those out. All of our social medias on the side there. If you want to subscribe to the podcast, different ways to do that. Amazon link. If you're going to buy stuff through Amazon, please use our Amazon link. Help us out. Use that link. We get a small percentage of your sales. It takes you to Amazon. Do everything the same. We get a kickback. If you want one of those shirts that your boy Michael Anthony was wearing, you can buy one. There's a link for that as well. And remember, we're streamed every Thursday on Radio Vegas Rocks. Go to radiovegas.rocks, and you can listen to us and find other internet programming, music, radio shows. It's a good time. Radio Vegas Rocks. If you want to email us, you can go to the website, blameyourbrother.net, and there's a form right there. You can do it. You can put a fake email, real email, fake name, whatever you want to do. It's there. It comes to us anonymously, so we will not know who it is. So if you want to,
if you've ever wanted to prank call somebody but never was always afraid to because of the repercussions, send us a voicemail.
There you go.
Or just give me your personal cell phone.
Yeah, give me your phone number, John. 615.
What's the
5?
Anyway.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, well,
Okay,
it was in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So Jason, if you could decode that phone number, John's your new text buddy. So,
Yep.
But anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Episode 100 is coming up very soon. We're going to have a lot of guests over a 24-hour period. If you want to be part of that, you're a podcaster, artist, entertainer, a regular Joe that just wants to be involved, let us know. Reach out to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We'll get you involved. We got a comedian joining the show. What's the comedian's name? It's Micah. Micah's joining us. Her and her friend are going to come in and do tarot readings for celebrities. So it's going to be fun.
I love that.
And we got the Ouija board coming, so that's going to be fun as well. So we are looking forward to that in episode 100. Tarot readings, Ouija boards, pizza, all
some
kinds.
bagel bites.
Who knows what's going to happen? And to clarify, this is going to be 24 straight hours of podcasting.
Starting Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, baby. 8 to 8. It gets wild and crazy.
What could go wrong?
So be setting your schedule for that. Join us for some of it, and we will all have a really good time. It's going to be something else. So I guess with that being said, Lee, anything else?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
Burn this.
I'm sorry?
This must never be seen.
Welcome to Memory
by
Lane.
anyone.
Today is Thursday,
Has
June
anybody
21st,
seen this?
the
Nobody has seen this.
172nd
They have to
day
be
of
found and talked to.
2018. There are 273 days left of the year. Today is National Selfie Day. On June 21st, 1788, the United States Constitution went into effect as New Hampshire became the 9th state to ratify it. That is today's Memory of the Week. David, John, and Lee, back to you.